Amy Roloff of LPBW answers speculation around her separation from spouse Chris Marek. Greetings, viewers. Welcome back to my channel. To receive the newest news updates, kindly subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell. Viewers of Little People, Big World speculated about Amy Roloff's separation from her spouse Chris Marek after she was recently seen attending a wedding alone. Amy and Chris are approaching their one-year anniversary, having wed on August 28, 2021, at Roloff Farms in the presence of 146 of their nearest friends and relatives. The recently married couple celebrated Chris's 60th birthday with a surprise party organized by Amy. Amy was fortunate to spend time with Chris on his birthday before departing for her home state of Michigan to visit her family. Amy spent several days in the Great Lakes state to attend a family member's wedding, during which she saw her 92-year-old father, Gordon Knight, and her mother, Patricia Knight's burial site. Amy recently announced on her Instagram with a carousel image, captioned, "In Michigan for just a few days, but it is worthwhile to visit my dad, spend time with family, and celebrate the marriage of my nephew and his wife. God is benevolent, and I am profoundly grateful for the opportunity to attend. I am now prepared to return to Chris Summers. Is it not concluded yet?" LPBW star Amy Roloff travels to Michigan without Chris Marek, sparking breakup speculation. A portion of Amy's 1.4 million followers observed Chris's absence in the photographs, alongside Amy's reference to getting back to Chris in her caption, prompting speculation about potential discord in their relationship. A fan inquired, "Beautiful photos. Where's Chris?" One individual inquired, XXX, while another questioned the LPBW star. "Amy, where did you leave Chris?" "Amy, why is Chris not accompanying you?" Another admirer inquired. Amy observed the inquiries regarding Chris's absence and responded in the comments to provide clarification. Amy elucidates the reasons behind Chris's absence in Michigan. Amy commented, "I am aware that many of you inquired about Chris's whereabouts. We both allocated time to visit our respective families, so he was visiting his family in Idaho. It is entirely beneficial. We are grateful that we had the opportunity to see family." Amy and Chris appear to be well, and the couple has divided their trips between their families residing in separate locations. Little People, Big World is presently the star from Little People. Big World is accused of disregarding Amy Roloff on Mother's Day. Zach Roloff, a star of Little People, Big World, has been criticized for purportedly neglecting his mother, Amy Roloff, on Mother's Day. Zach and Tori Roloff have chosen to depart from the reality series, designating season 25 of Little People, Big World as their final season. Following conflicts with his father, Matt Roloff, regarding the sale of the family farmhouse, Zach opted to relocate to Washington with his wife and children. This action exacerbated the divide between father and son and appeared to affect other family members as well. Tori faced criticism on social media, via monsters and critics, for allegedly being responsible for Zach's absence from Mother's Day with his mother, Amy, this year, and the remarks on a recent Instagram post by Amy exacerbate the situation. In her Mother's Day post, Amy featured images of her sons, Jeremy and Jacob Roloff, together with Jeremy's spouse, Audrey Roloff. She conveyed her appreciation, stating, "Here I am with my bookends, Jeremy and Jacob, two remarkable young men. Spent time with Chris, my friends, and several of my grandchildren, and conversed with Zach and Molly." Some fans have suggested that Zach's absence is attributable to his wife Tori. For instance, a commenter, at CathyPrice5169, articulated this by stating, "Was Zach prohibited from seeing you, or does he harbor a grudge against the boys?" What is the nature of Zach Roloff's relationship with his parents? Zach's relationship with his parents seemed robust in the earlier seasons of Little People, Big World, stemming from his close-knit family background. Although Zach and his father occasionally disagreed on farm management, their disputes did not escalate beyond that. Their connection appeared to flourish with Zach and Tori residing near Matt and his fiancée Karen Chandler, while his other siblings pursued various endeavors. However, the situation escalated when Zach realized that his father was not selling the family farmhouse. This would ultimately result in the conflict between Matt and Zach. Despite the divorce between Amy and Matt, the family has progressed with their lives. While other siblings have departed from Little People, Big World, Zach appears to remain committed alongside his father and his family, collaboratively managing the farm. His connection with his mother, Amy, seems to be untroubled. Despite his family relocating several hours to Washington, it appears that Zach maintains communication with Amy and vice versa. Viewers of Little People, Big World have witnessed the Roloff children mature and establish their own families. The family has encountered numerous challenges and triumphs on the TV show. Despite enduring various setbacks, the conflict between Zach and Matt appears to be persistent. It is hoped that the two would reach an accord promptly, for the benefit of the entire family. Roloff family farm controversy in Little People Big World. Insights into the feud between Matt and Zach, ownership details, and additional information. A debacle on the farm. Matt Roloff and his former spouse Amy Roloff have had numerous triumphs and challenges with Roloff Farms, but the future of the estate has generated the most significant issues thus far. The stars of Little People Big World, who were wed for 27 years prior to their split in 2015, acquired acreage in Hillsboro, Oregon while Amy was expecting their twin sons, Jeremy and Zach Roloff. They welcomed their firstborn sons in May 1990. As their family expanded, Amy and Matt received their daughter, Molly Roloff, in 1993 and their son, Jacob Roloff, in 1997. Concurrently, the farm and its pumpkin patch festivities flourished. Amy exclusively informed Us Weekly in November 2021 that she was pregnant with twin boys and not concentrating on the land. However, we possessed a remarkably beautiful parcel of land. Amy sold her share of the land to Matt after their separation. Throughout the years, the TLC star's affection for the farm persisted, attending family weddings and providing the setting for their annual autumn photographs. It also hosted the wedding of Amy and her husband Chris Marek in August 2021. Regrettably, the vast expanse of Roloff Farms has generated discord within the family, particularly following Matt's decision to refrain from selling a portion of the farm to his son Zach in 2021. In May 2022, the patriarch disclosed that he had put 16 acres of the Oregon property up for sale, asserting that his sons had no interest in it. It is somewhat intimidating yet predominantly exhilarating. On May 12th, Matt announced the sale on Instagram, stating, "It is time to transition to the next season of life." 3 days later, the San Francisco native elaborated on his choice to relinquish portions of the land, stating, "My ultimate aspiration was for the entire Roloff Farms property to remain within our family for generations." Preserving that aspiration at this juncture was simply not destined to occur. Matt asserted, "My twin sons opted against collaborating for a potential joint sale." Both individuals, along with their expanding families, had transitioned to alternative hobbies and investments. In May, Zach publicly criticized his father on social media, asserting that Matt's statement regarding his twin sons' disinterest in the farm is profoundly misguided and false. The father of three remarked, "This post represents a new, shocking low of cowardice and manipulation of his family and children for his own benefit." In that same month, season 23 of Little People Big World debuted on TLC, addressing the conflict between father and son regarding the land. "My father and I engaged in extensive discussions over the summer regarding the potential outcomes," Zach stated during the May 17 show. "My father was unequivocally fostering the dialogue." Upon reconvening, the couple encountered unforeseen complications. Ultimately, my father and I convened a meeting, which included his girlfriend Karen Chandler and my wife Tori to facilitate the process. However, the outcome was unfavorable. It was unfavorable. Matt asserted during the show that Zach arrived with considerable intensity. He did not enter to bargain. He entered to make a demand. Scroll down for a comprehensive analysis of the Roloff family's challenges and successes regarding their Oregon farm. Little People, Big World. Matt describes farm experience as painful, reasons for his regrets as Zach and Tori depart from the show. Matt Roloff's experience on Little People, Big World has been notably tumultuous, but he has disclosed additional material following the expiration of a non-disclosure agreement. The Roloff family is in disarray following the divorce of Amy Roloff and Matt. Amy wed Chris Marek after her divorce from Matt, whilst Jeremy Roloff and his spouse, Audrey Roloff, choose to depart from the show to pursue other ventures. Notwithstanding these changes, Zach Roloff and Tori Roloff sustain their dedication to his family and the farm. Nonetheless, all circumstances altered in season 25 of Little People, Big World. Matt listed a section of the farm, including the original family residence, for sale without consulting his children. This conduct profoundly wounded Zach, since he perceived his father's behavior as a betrayal. The situation deteriorated when Matt proposed the land to Zach at an unaffordable price, indicating to Zach that his father had no plans to bequeath the farm to him. The contentious relationship between Zach and Matt intensified, with disputes arising online. Matt has additional insights into the events involving his kid. Amy and Matt have also disagreed over his decisions concerning the sale of the farm. In a March 2024 episode, Amy conveyed her sorrow at the condition of the property. During a discussion with friends Lisa and Deb, she expressed her sentiments over the farm's altered atmosphere due to Matt constructing a new house there with his fiancée Karen, hinting to her discontent. Amy perceived the land as desolate but recognized that the divorce precipitated these challenges. Amy transferred ownership of her 32 acres of the family farm to Matt in 2020 for $975,000. She anticipated that divesting her share would enable a reacquisition by her elder sons. Nonetheless, Matt managed this in a manner that diverged from Amy's expectations. Matt ultimately disbursed $1,642,000 to acquire complete ownership of Roloff Farms, resulting in friction between him and Zach. Zach perceived his father's counteroffer as unfair, as it markedly deviated from his original proposal based on Matt's buyout of Amy. Amy lamented giving the farm to Matt, anticipating he would negotiate a reduced price with her boys. Matt Roloff of Little People, Big World discusses the future of the TLC series. I dislike parting ways if LPBW does not return in any capacity. The opinion is that they concluded the Roloff LPBW narrative satisfactorily, he remarked regarding the likelihood of the season 25 finale acting as the series' conclusion. As the future of Little People, Big World remains uncertain, Matt Roloff is expressing his opinion on whether the series has reached its conclusion. Following the conclusion of season 25, the 62-year-old patriarch of the Roloff family addressed inquiries regarding the future of their enduring reality series and speculated on why TLC, which has yet to comment on the show's status, is postponing the announcement of the series finale in a statement posted on Facebook on April 26. Matt stated that he was no longer bound by a contract NDA with the network and could communicate much more freely before addressing speculation that the season 25 finale on April 23 will serve as the series finale of Little People, Big World. He stated that multiple family members have openly declared their disinterest in filming LPBW, emphasizing that he and his ex-wife Amy Roloff, along with the show's producers, have been aware of their children's reluctance to return to the camera for quite some time. Despite asserting that the Roloff family fulfilled our contractual obligations and concluded filming last September, Matt suspects that the network has withheld an announcement regarding last week's program being the series finale to maintain the option for future specials. The father of four asserted that his family notified TLC in 2010 of their disinterest in continuing filming and expressed a desire to return to managing the farm and our ordinary lives. Notwithstanding their intentions to resign, he stated that the network persuaded them to return via specials focused on vacation and the weddings arranged at their family property. This is the reason I believe there is some reluctance from TLC to declare that the show has concluded, he stated. Despite the family's collective enjoyment of their respite after 19-20 years, Karen Chandler, Matt's fiancée, and numerous other family members have publicly declared their cessation of filming. Matt recognized that the program is fundamentally relationship-based and expressed that it has become increasingly challenging to generate the same content as an increasing number of family members withdraw from the show. I acknowledge my inability to foresee the future, he continued. I surmise that the network is similarly incapable. I believe that TLC effectively concluded the last Tuesday season finale episode by strategically addressing uncertainties and providing a satisfactory resolution regarding the show's status and the positions of the participating family members. If LPBW does not return in any capacity, the consensus is that they concluded the Roloff LPBW narrative satisfactorily. This is why many perceived it as a series finale. The future is unpredictable. Therefore, if you are in my position, and seemingly TLC's as well, I detest farewells. Instead, I prefer to say, see you later. And #LoveLove. Matt ended. TLC has not issued a public statement regarding the status of Little People, Big World. People has contacted the network's representatives for a response. Zach Roloff of LPBW asserts that his family will always be distinctive, stating, "It feels as though we are under observation." Zach and Tori have 3 children, sons Josiah Luke, aged 23 months, and Jackson Kyle, aged 6, along with daughter Lila Ray, aged 4. Tori and Zach Roloff accompanied by their 3 children. Zach Roloff is elucidating the challenges of being in public with his family. In the season finale of Little People, Big World, which aired on Tuesday, April 23rd, the father of 3 discussed the distinctions within his family and their experiences of feeling observed in public settings. Zach states in a confessional, "Our family will always be distinctive. Tori is my wife and I am her husband. I am short, she is tall, and our children are short. Our family will likely always stand out, but it is something one becomes accustomed to. At times, it can be bothersome. We occasionally feel sensitive and ensure our children exhibit proper behavior as we perceive that we are under scrutiny. At times, it is challenging," his wife Tori interjects. That is not their responsibility either. Zach asserts that we should not impose the burdens, expectations, or judgments of others on our children. Zach Roloff and Tori Roloff with their children, Jackson, Lila, and Josiah. Additional related, LPBW's Zach Roloff engages in a serious discussion with his son Jackson, 6, regarding dwarfism. You are aware it is inevitable. In the previous week's show, Zach and Tori, parents of kids Josiah Luke, 23 months, and Jackson Kyle, 6, together with daughter Lila Ray, 4, deliberated on Zach's while toasting marshmallows by the fire pit. Zach informed Tori that Jackson had recently inquired why his friend was unable to participate in AAA baseball. Zach clarified to Jackson that his friend was ineligible due to not being a dwarf. "I am a dwarf. What does that signify?" Zach remembered Jackson inquiring, indicating that he needed to discuss the matter with his son sooner than anticipated. Zach stated that he was rather perplexed, questioning, "Why aren't other individuals dwarfs?" To which I responded, "That is due to the manner in which God created you and various other factors." He chuckled, nearly believing I was insulting him. Zach Roloff's Instagram, Zach Roloff and Jackson Roloff. Subsequently, in a confessional, Zach contemplated his conversation about dwarfism with Jackson. He stated, "I was unprepared for this conversation, yet families experience dwarfism. Such moments arise that necessitate discussion. One anticipates the forthcoming questions and the curiosity regarding their condition, but I do not have a predetermined response. It unfolds organically based on how my children introduce the topic. I do not anticipate it will be a dialogue. I believe it will resemble more of a series of moments," the father of 3 elaborated.